you are world champion. How did that change your life in general?
I believe that I'm competing with myself, and I showed for myself in that moment that yes, what you are pinning there in your to-do list, you can tick and you can achieve.
What was the hardest part when you started a PMU career?
How I would live from this,
Right.
from where I get my clients.
Yeah. Now that you have achieved so much and you're so active everywhere, how do you see yourself? Do you think like, yeah, now I achieved so much, you know, I'm it.com?
I could be harsh because I'm taking seriously what I do. I'm not playing.
In your opinion, what is the dark side of the PMU industry?
When you have jealousy in your career path, you're doing something pretty good.
How do you think, what was your breaking moment where you decided to completely change your life?
When I stepped onto the scale.
Well. When did you move to UK?
8 years ago.
Did you came alone or with family, friends?
I came alone, following my actual husband, basically.
Oh, you followed him.
So we just fell in love, and actually I just decided to move.
So he was living here already?
Yeah.
How many years he was living here?
Since then, maybe like 6, 7.
That's
quite yeah.
A lot.
He's here like for 14, 15 years.
In London?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so you love immigrant.
Yes.
Bless you. Right, you are world champion in a permanent makeup. How did that change your life in general?
In general, of course, that changed my life and my perspective, how I'm considering myself as a positioning in the industry.
Right. Okay.
Because I believe that I'm competing with myself, and I showed for myself in that moment that yes, what you are pinning there in your to-do list, you can tick and you can achieve. So actually, not only confirming that I'm doing well what I'm doing, my mind has changed since then.
Wow, you know what I like that you said, I'm competing with myself. This is such a good, attitude and mindset to have.
That should do everyone.
Were you like that from the beginning when you started the permanent makeup with this type of mindset?
No, honestly not. Because everyone, you know how it works. You are getting into a really competitive industry, and you are admiring and you want to be as the expert, but you cannot be. I mean, you are stepping out from a basic course. Okay, those works are beautiful, but you cannot compare yourself with the other ones. And of course, there is a little jealousy, but you need to learn after that how to admire them and enjoy each step of your journey until you are not achieving those results.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. So what was the triggering point, for you to shift that mindset to the one that you have now? Did something happen or somebody told you something?
No. Basically, I was always like a fat girl who was struggling with lots of let's say negativity. Yes, that's the correct word.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, and I wanted to change about myself something, my look or how I'm feeling about myself, then it was that point when I started to lose weight, I started to be fit, and I started to open up to the world.
Wow, that is so inspiring, what you just told me.
Thank you so much.
Right, what was the hardest part when you started a PMU career?
My hardest part, it was stepping out from the basic course alone, without any support.
Yeah.
And I still remember my first client when she stepped in, and I was renting a super small beauty room.
Yeah.
And I was at the beginning of the procedure and I didn't know what to do. So I was so confused, without any support, without any mentor who can guide me or tell me a second opinion about that procedure or following procedure.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, my hardest, let's say, procedure and step into this world. After that, of course, I made it.
Yeah.
However, it didn't turn out how it should.
Obviously.
And this was followed by another basic course, because I have 2 basic courses. I started my journey with 2 basic courses because the first one, it was super weak.
Right, okay.
And the second one, it was much more informative and
prepared you better.
Prepared and teach me what I needed to do back then.
Right. How and why permanent makeup? How did you get yourself into this industry?
I like this question, and I'm always smiling when someone asks me this question. I was a student in an art school, so I always loved to play with the colors, shadows, tones. So this what I was learning.
Yeah.
And after that, when the permanent makeup came into my life, I wanted to create something which remains on the women's faces. I started with normal makeup as for parties, for weddings, and after that I learned permanent makeup, and it took me like on the level where I can beautify and give back the confidence to the women, because I think this is the biggest reward what we can achieve from our clients or after our procedure, when they are like thanking you that, oh my goodness, this is my brows, or these are my lips, you know, and they are hugging you and they are thankful, and you can see that they are shining.
Yeah. You see that glow in them, and that makes you glow as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I know what you mean. I know. Right. So, what was the exact thing? So, you were studying the art. So, how the permanent makeup itself came to you? Did you seen it online that this is like something like a procedure to do and actually, you know, learn it?
As I said, I wanted really much to create something which. So
you looked for it.
Yeah, which is much more creative. I mean, I'm not saying that the makeup itself is not, but that one it's remaining only for one night. But with this one, you can help thousands to wake up and feel beautiful all day long and for years.
So so you wanted to do the makeup that would last long, correct?
Yeah.
So you did the research, what could you do, and then that's how you came across permanent makeup. All right, I get you. Right. Do you think this career path has changed you as a person?
Yes, 100%. Especially since I'm a trainer, I learned how to be patient.
Right.
This 100%. I learned how to be patient and how to watch the people's perspectives, how to put myself in their position and to transform myself into their, you know, opinion, let's say like that. So this is the first thing what I would mention, and I became really empathic, and of course with my students I'm just, when you are a trainer, you need to check the individual needs. For each of them there is something where they are struggling. Each of them bring a story with them, and you need to understand and you need to accept. And after that to adjust.
100%, because everyone is with the different mindsets, different beliefs, different struggles, etc. I agree 100%. I love that, actually, you know, because you have to be able to do that, to be able to, you know, assess them and understand them to their level, etc., especially when you're teaching. When you started working for yourself, what was the hardest mental challenge that you have faced?
The hardest mental challenge, it was where loads of people are giving up. How I would live from this.
Right.
from where I get my clients,
Yeah.
and to show up, show myself, speak with the word that, hello, I'm here and I'm doing this and this. Because when you are starting a new career or starting offering services, could be that nails, beauty, hair, whatever, you need to show up. You need to show up and you need to tell the world that you are there and you are doing this, because they won't understand basically what you are doing, what's your role, what it's about, if you are not explaining to them.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you know that you're on the right path? What makes you think that this is, you know?
Yes. I think here it comes in the game, the feedbacks.
Yeah.
The feedbacks, because you don't need, if you are feeling like you need a feedback from someone, you should ask. It's that simple, because most of the people are really afraid to ask for feedback. That one is not a weakness. That one is a forte point, I guess.
That is true. Yeah.
Because if you are asking for a feedback, let's say you don't believe in yourself today because, I don't know, you had a bad day, or the weather is not, you know, bright and shine, then probably you may have a, you know, little doubts, like, down point, really little, not as good day. Yeah. And then I will ask you, Al, please, give me a feedback about myself, how am I, or about my work, or whatever. Yeah. And that one will rise your vibration anyway.
Yeah, it's, I think, very important, and it's good that you mentioned it, you know, to not be shy and don't hold back yourself and simply ask it. Yeah, this is going to be really helpful, not just to yourself, you know, to be like, you know what, she gave me a good feedback and I can keep on going. But at the same time, this feedback, you know, will go and spread the word that client will be talking about.
And that feedback not necessarily needs to be like a good feedback that, wow, you are good. You are, that can be a constructive feedback as well. Yeah. But this is really depending on the person, how it takes it. So it's not about being like, oh my God, she said to me something wrong, or no, you need to take it as a constructive feedback and you need to work on that part.
Yeah, that will simply allow you to improve yourself. Yeah. Who do you think is your biggest supporter in, you know, since you started doing the permanent makeup?
I'm calling myself super lucky in this field because my husband was next to me all the time. So if I wanted a masterclass, if I said any conference or congress, just go, and he will take care about everything here, and I can go and do my stuff. And there is my best friend as well, who is my best friend. Yes, she's living here in London as well. So they are my biggest cheerleaders, and they are supporting me in every crazy idea what I've got.
Everything. If I want to kill somebody, they'll be there for me.
100%.
Okay, let's continue then. So where did you find your husband?
So, super personal, but I'm responding to that. My husband, actually, we had some communal friends, and they traveled home together to Romania, and we had the same friend circle, let's say like that. So like that we met, and after that we were texting, chatting, you know, months. And after I came to visit my friends to London, and obviously he was there as well. So like that we met.
Does all Romanian men like that? Supportive?
I don't know, but about my one I can say that, yeah, he is.
Okay. I'll try next time, another lug. I don't know. Because it's hard to find a good husband, honey. It's a full-time job, I would say. Right, okay, going to the next question. Now that you have achieved so much and you're so active everywhere, how do you see yourself?
Wow, what a question. I wasn't prepared for this one, but I'm trying to answer. from outside, if I would need to see myself. And just last night I was posting out a quite funny reel about I'm arrogant and harsh.
I saw it,
Sometimes I could be harsh because I'm taking seriously what I do. I'm not playing. I mean, we are implementing needle into the skin, So as a teacher, I could be harsh.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm considering myself really powerful woman and a really strong personality.
Right.
And
okay, so I mean, these achievements are quite big. And somebody are dreaming of achieving what you have achieved, you know what I mean? And do you think like, now I achieved so much, I'm it.com?
No.
Or do you still
from my perspective, it's a bit different. When you are perfectionist, I hope I'm telling it, When you are perfectionist, then you are seeing yourself that this is normal. What you achieved, it's normal.
Oh, right.
And that can be another extreme. So, or you are below and saying that, oh, this is just normal. You are taking this as a normal thing. In the same time, you are happy, but you are still like, okay, everyone can do it, And
bless you,
and at the other part, you can be like so high and saying like, oh my goodness, who I am and what I did. So no, I'm now I think in between, but closer to the below one, to be honest.
Right, but you think that you are quite perfectionist.
Yes, I do.
You consider yourself like that. Yeah, I think this is the thing with the perfectionists. They like, I can do better. This is not
yes, all the time. But that one is a good drive, I think. So in some point, that one cannot be that good for you as a person. Or as like your
you can
inner
yourself.
Feelings, but other way, that one can be a really good drive for you.
It actually is, to be honest, but at the same time, I think you can burn yourself out quite a lot if you don't schedule, your breaks.
Yes, and if you are not balancing this. So if you have someone, or if you can bring yourself back on your 2 feet, or on the ground, then you are fine. But if you will continue to just run about this perfectionist, to just chase it, then you could like burn out really easily. Yeah,
I think it being, quite a competitive industry, it's for all of us, it can be quite easy to burn ourselves out, don't you think? Especially because you want to do, you want to be everywhere because you have to, in a way, because of the social media. It is what it is, basically.
Yeah, but in those terms, I think you need to learn a little bit about social as well if you want to be there. And just considering as an other job, but that one is a part of your job. If you are not in the online, basically you are not existing in 2025.
Yeah, I agree.
So you need to have an hour per day, let's say, when you are focusing on that part as well, focusing on your clients, and of course on your on your own self and on your housework, let's say, because everyone is doing. I mean, you need to cook, you need to go, I don't know, to the gym or do some hobbies, because that one will balance it out everything.
Yeah, you have to. Right. In your opinion, what is the dark side of the PMU industry?
The dark side of the PMU industry.
Let me begin.
It's the jealousy, 100%.
Right.
What makes you
think? What makes you think like that?
Loads of people are copying others at this time, as I saw, and there is missing the authenticity.
Right.
So what makes you staying on the market and being relative is your authenticity.
Yeah.
And this is what we need to fight, basically, first of all, because I get it. You are inspiring from others, but do not be that jealous or do not copy paste others, because that one will not bring you forward. So this, I think, is a really common mistake these days.
I agree, yeah. I think with every industry, you know, if you're getting yourself into doing any beauty, let's focus on the beauty, and you're just starting, you have to accept that there's going to be jealousy and negativity, and kind of be able and teach yourself to shift your mindset from all of that, because this can consume you very quickly, and that's how I was at the beginning. How was you dealing with that at the beginning, with all negativity and jealousy? Was it hard?
Yes. As I mentioned you, I wasn't too stable, let's say, with my own self. And then it's even harder to just digest all these things. But after a while, you need to understand when you have haters, or when you have jealousy in your career path, you're doing something pretty good.
That's what.
And this one, I agree who is saying, and I'm believing in this, because when someone get to the point to be jealous at you, then you're 100% doing something right. And in the other point, I think, and lots of people cannot do this, just be happy for the other's achievement. Can be a colleague or anyone. I have lots of colleagues who were supporting me through the World Finals at the World Championship, and they were super happy when I got the podium.
That's nice.
And this is such a good feeling for me as well, and I believe to themselves as well, because they are supporting you, and at my field I will do that as well. And you are fulfilled with that.
It is very important. I do agree 100%. Sadly, not all the time.
Yes,
that's the case.
There are, but everyone is learning, I guess. And
to be honest, I hope so. That
who
you
is,
know,
and who wants to be better and grow bigger, let's say like that. Those one will stop this hate and jealousy, and they will start to collaborate. Because that one is really important in our industry.
Absolutely.
As we are doing this podcast, same with other trainers. You are doing a training, you are teaching a masterclass. Like that, everyone can do it.
And I think it is very important to understand this part of being in this industry. That it's gonna be more beneficial for you to collaborate and network, instead of just sitting there and being like,
100%. And you will feel free.
And you will be on a different and positive vibration at the same time, instead of that negative
which is really important in your creations as well.
I agree 100%. Learning PMU skills won't make you successful. Knowing how to run a business will. Join ELBeauty Clinic's basic permanent makeup course, and you're gonna learn both. What would be your advice for those who just qualified?
Be brave, first of all. And be there. Just do it and don't give up. Why I'm saying this? Because I met lots of freshly qualified artists, and it's normal that you don't have those beliefs, you know. You need to build up this one as well. But practicing can lead you to be who you are. And as I told you, just enjoy that journey, because you are at the right path, especially when you stepped out from good training, and you have next to you a mentor who can guide you, then this is going to be super easy. And to step out from their comfort zone, because every magic is happening out from there.
That is true. That is so true. As soon as you cross that, you know, zone of you being comfortable.
Your boundaries.
And then you feel so proud of yourself, don't you?
Yes.
Like, yeah, I did it, huh? You know what I mean?
100%.
Okay, what is more important, technique or attitude?
Technique can be learned.
Yeah.
Attitude needs to be built.
Yes, I agree.
So both of them, but building the attitude is much more complex than learning the technique.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Oh my God, I agree. What is your next dream?
Ooh. My next dream. I'm working currently on a big project, which is...
Is it a secret?
Not, yes.
Stay tuned.
Which is not yet on the English market, let's say like that.
Oh.
And I really want to succeed with that one, and I'm sure I will, because loads of work and loads of love it's going to be there, which will help, I guess, thousands of permanent makeup artists.
Really? Oh my God, that sounds super exciting. Jeez, I cannot wait. Can you tell me?
I can tell you after we finish.
Okay, well, I'll be keeping my eye on you. When is it gonna come out?
A couple of months.
In a couple of
Yes.
months? Oh wow, that's super. Well, I'll be patient. I'll wait. What's the best advice you ever received?
Oh, the best advice. The best advice what I ever received, it was not really an advice, but always helped me when they kick my ass. I mean, my mentors, when they are giving me an ass kick, like, come on girl, don't say like that.
Okay, what about the worst advice that somebody gave you? Oh, but quit. Find a job. This is not a job. Did you had anything like that?
I had loads of people who I called back then friends, but they were not friends,
right.
let's say like that.
I know what
And
you
they
mean.
were at all not supportive when I started this journey. And they were just like, oh yeah, but you are doing permanent makeup. Oh yeah, what is that, you know? And when they see you succeed, then they are just like, okay, I'm not saying then nothing. It's better, you know, just keep it like this.
Yeah, then they all go
yes,
quiet.
not an advice still, but it's like a feeling what they are showing to you.
Especially
And
when
maybe this can stop loads of people. I mean,
Definitely.
that can come from many ways, like from your family, not just only from friends or from your partner, which is like saying that, come on, what's that job?
Yeah, and
It's not a
very
job,
often.
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
But they cannot imagine how hard is this job, because you are working on women's faces, basically.
Yeah.
So this is not a tattoo, which is on my arm, and I can take a T-shirt and I can cover it.
Yeah, or just wipe it off.
Or yes.
Yeah. Do you remember your biggest mistake and what you learned from it?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
If we were speaking technically, I remember at the beginning of my journey, as loads of artists doing now or did back then, I did a cover-up technique, and it was really sweet elderly woman.
Really?
And I did 2 tails for her. I mean, I truly believed that I can remove, or I can send to someone to remove the first tail, you know, which it came like down here, and I drew here another one, and I did it. So it was my biggest mistake
When
ever.
she came back,
So since then, I just keep in mind this, and I'm telling this story to each of my students.
You do.
To just learn from it, and just do not take cover-ups, or just do not, you know, change the shape in a weird way, because you must learn from my mistake.
Yeah, that is good advice. Bless you. Oh, in your opinion, what is necessary to be successful in this industry?
100% mindset.
Oh yeah.
That one is the first thing which I will put, because even if you are on 100 master classes and technical, you are ready. If your mindset is not set to succeed, then you will lose, to be honest. And the second one, I will put the master classes and connections. Connections, I mean, you should go and socialize with people.
Oh, 100%.
Go and take a part from events, conferences, championships.
Yeah.
And then you will just grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, this is so important. All these aspects, I love it. And I think the thing that you put the mindset in first, I love the most, because this is so crucial to have that correct mindset, because without it, nothing else will move forward or even, you know, go anywhere.
Yes.
I love it. How do you think, what was your breaking moment where you decided to completely change your life?
Breaking moment, when I stepped onto the scale.
Well,
yes, basically that was a moment when everyone was telling me that I changed, and not just as a look, but inside. I was just closing myself a lot, and this is really common. This is super common, because when you are not feeling okay, you know, then you are closing as a person as well.
Yeah.
And you are afraid to show who you are, because you are afraid of judgments, or who will tell and what about you.
Yeah.
And that moment when I said, okay, now I'm going to a personal trainer, I will find, you know, the way how to lose weight and feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Then everyone changed. Then everyone was looking at you at me in another way.
Right.
And they were opening up as I was opening up to the world.
Right, that's so interesting. Damn, when I start on the scales. Well, hello, beautiful.
Yes, no, not that beautiful, but yeah.
How are you doing? Wow, did you, well, I mean, was everybody like quite supportive with your decision to, you know, completely be like, that's it, I'm hitting the gym now? I'm changing. Were they supportive?
Yeah. So basically, same. My husband and my friend. Then back then, my best friend wasn't a personal trainer. Now she became one after like 2 or 3 years after I started my journey. So now she's killing me basically each week, and she's my mentor, let's say, in my health. Because this is really important to have someone to guide you in there as well. I'm really believing in this. As in your profession, you need someone, you need in your health someone as well. And she's guiding me through this. And it was really big support from my husband's side, because, you know, when I started dieting, we just stopped buying bullshit to the house. I mean, no chips, no chocolate, no nothing. I was same, like cooking for him as well, but for me as well, but separately.
Right.
And then it was, you know, a really big help that we didn't kept inside the cupboard, you know, loads of things what I can crave.
Yeah, junk food, the tempting junk food. Right. Oh, I wanted also to ask, do you still have your very first piece of latex? When you started doing it?
I think yes. I think somewhere I can find, yes.
You do? Bless. Do you ever look at it? Or it's been there somewhere in a cupboard for a long time?
For the really first one, not. But when I was starting to prepare myself to the championship, I took a piece of latex, which it wasn't used from like 2 years, I guess, or 3. And I started to practice on latex when I was before the competition.
Yeah.
And I just saw there an eyebrow, a pair of brow, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was doing this 2 years or 3 years ago, and it was shocking for me how you can change your technique and how you can improve your technique in such a, let's say, short term. And basically now my basic students are doing better than back then I was doing with few years of practice. So this is again depending really on your mentor.
Yeah, well, I mean, back in the day, the techniques were completely different as well. You know, let's say almost 10 years ago, it was completely different.
They were different, but they didn't teach you how to work with the latex. For example, I didn't have any latex work in my permanent makeup basic course.
Damn.
Then. And that was for me like, you know, loads of terms I needed to figure it out. Or when I went to master classes, loads of new terms came in and I was like, you know, just the light was in my head. Oh wow. That's
something new.
Yeah.
Do you compare your work with others? And if you do, who would you do it?
Right now, not anymore. But
before
I was of course when I was a beginner. And as I said, from that one, from my experience, I'm trying to speak and share with you. And when I was comparing with big masters. Yeah. That is a really good drive to have someone you know who you are admiring and you want to do as they are doing. Yeah. But you need to learn first of all how.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the matter. You can figure it out yourself, but it's easier way to go for a master class and learn the new technique.
Do you feel fulfilled in your life where you are right now?
Yes, I do. I do, and I'm super thankful actually because for lots of years I couldn't realize what this life and this industry can give me.
Right, I didn't told you, but we're gonna play a game.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's a surprise. Da da da.
Okay.
You're doing so lovely.
Let's do.
Don't be scared. It's gonna be in regards to PMU. So I will ask the questions and you will have 10 seconds to respond. More or less, the questions will be like you have to choose one or the other, or it's gonna be yes or no.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
Take a sip,
Let's drink some water.
Right, let's go. You can either have flawless PMU skills but zero social media presence, or basic skills with a massive online following. Which one do you choose?
First one.
Okay. You're offered a partnership with the famous brand, but they use low quality pigments. Do you accept or do you decline?
Decline.
You don't even need 10 seconds. That's nicely done.
I have a prize for this.
Okay, we're not done. You discover a fellow PMU artist is using illegal pigments, but has no complications. Do you report them? Yes or no?
No.
A client demands a risky PMU correction that goes against your professional judgment. Do you refuse or you give them a try?
Refuse.
Because of your past experience.
Yes, 100%.
Oh God. You are offered a 5-year exclusive deal with a major PMU company, but you can't collaborate with other brands. Do you take the deal or do you deny it?
Maybe.
That can't be maybe. You take it or not?
No.
Oh, okay. A new PMU artist is asking for your mentorship, but is constantly copying your work. Do you keep them or you cut ties?
Keep them.
You're invited to be a PMU judge at the major competition, but its host is a controversial figure. Do you accept or do you decline?
What's that mean, controversial? Sorry.
That you not really like.
Ah, okay. Yes, I accept.
I take. Give it. All right. You can take either 10 loyal clients who pay premium rates or 50 clients who pay below the market value. Which one do you choose?
First one.
Yes. Well done. You passed it.
And it was quick as well.
Yeah, you don't even need. I need to change the time limit. Maybe 5 seconds.
3 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah. Right, we're gonna go to the audience questions. Right, so Top G6699 is asking, do you consider yourself successful?
Yes, I consider myself successful, but as I told you, I'm always below. And I'm always like trying to step out and say, yes, you are doing well and you are successful, but I'm in this field, I'm a little bit shy, let's say like this. And even if in my, inner feelings are like, okay, you did well, you are successful, sometimes I cannot believe that, let's say like that. More I'm thankful for what I've achieved than to consider sometimes myself as a really successful person.
Oh, so you're really grateful for where you are.
I do.
I think it's very important to not forget to be grateful. And because success is, it depending, what you consider to be success, but that fame, it doesn't last as long.
Success can be understood in multiple ways. For you, it's the success. It's another thing. While for me, it's again another thing. For me, the success can be like I'm working with the clients and I have my students. For you, maybe to, I don't know, be a speaker on a conference or whatever,
Yeah, exactly, Right, okay. Next one is Andrea. Do you ever had a PMU treatment going wrong? How do you handle it?
I just told before, so yes, I did. And after that, I sent the lady to multiple removal sessions, laser. And I performed acidic removal or solution chemical removal to her. And of course, we just solved the situation after many years and many treatments.
It is what it is. Do you still got do you still make like a little mistakes even till this day?
No, I can say no because I'm super concentrating what I'm offering and what I'm doing, and there can be no errors. At this stage, you are not allowed to have or make any errors, which is measure. Like if you need to realize that you are working with the skin and you are working what the client brings to you. That one is not a white canvas, so that one is skin. And if there is like, let's say, super sensitive skin, slightly bleeding, which can affect the healed result, then but this one I'm not considering like mistake.
It's not up to you.
So it's not up to me. It's outside of your control.
I think that's your perfectionist inside you talking. There's no mistakes at this point. Joanna is asking, how do you deal with clients who are super picky and hard to please?
Always I'm offering consultations. So consultation and conversation is the key.
Oh, 100%.
Because before the procedure, before we book in the actual procedure, I want to see them. I want to see them not because only the patch test. I want to see them because I want to see their style, let's say like that.
Yeah.
And I want to consult with them if we are matching as master and client. Because could be that you are not matching, the style is not matching, and then you won't please the client. So then it's better to refuse, and the client can find another artist or master than to take it just to earn that money, and after that both of you are not satisfied with the results. So this is my perspective.
Yeah, I agree 100%. This is so true. And I think it's very important to not be scared or postpone to sit down with the client and actually have a conversation to understand how they see themselves is way different than we see them.
Yes, and at the end of the day, you are the master, so you need to agree basically with the actual shape, procedure, pigment, whatever.
Yeah.
Because they are speaking, they are telling you what they like, but that can just not face basically the standards, let's say like that, or like even that one is not sweet on their face. Maybe someone is asking me to do a really big lifting effect, like to put the eyebrows, you know, up on the hairline, or like to lengthen the eyebrows till the ear. You will not do it. I mean, you are the master, and you have the right to refuse the client, as the client has the right to, you know, walk away after the consultation.
Yeah, I think, it's also important to not be scared to refuse the client. And be like, this is not, you know, acceptable, and I'm not going to do it. You are free to go and find another artist. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Tomira69 is asking, if you could do PMU on any celebrity, who would it be and why? Oh, that's actually
I'm really bad with celebrity names, to be honest. And I don't really know, to be honest, but my biggest pleasure actually it is when a colleague is coming to me and the colleague is asking me to create her brows, lips, eyeliner or whatever, because how could wish a bigger pleasure than who is in the industry to sit on your bed and you can create freely what you want, because that one it's really big feedback about them, and it's a really big pleasure as well.
So if Angelina Jolie would be like, Ivett, I need some eyebrows.
Of course, we can do a consultation, you know.
Please book a consultation first.
Yes.
Okay, Jay is asking, do you think AI or technology will ever replace the need of human PMU artists? That's a very good question. AI is going crazy now.
It's going crazy now, but if you can use right, it's such a big help actually for you. So, but I don't think. This is depending on people as well. We can see lots of like robots who is doing already eyelash extensions or whatever.
Yeah.
But the PMU, it's a little bit more sensitive, you know, procedure to create.
Yeah.
So I won't think there is human being who wants to, you know,
go
to a machine and get a permanent makeup done.
Yeah, because at the same time, you're not only doing, I'm sure you're going to notice that, you know, when your client comes to have a procedure with you, you're not only doing the treatment for them, but you're working as a therapist to them.
Yes, you are. Yes, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
For the machine cannot give you any like good words, advices or opinions.
Exactly.
And they are not that good listeners that we are.
Exactly. Okay, Kasia75com is asking, what was harder, starting the weight loss journey or staying committed to that journey?
Staying committed with that journey.
Yeah, I think
because the motivation comes and goes, Because sometimes you are not seeing, you are proceeding. Sometimes, you know, this is 100%.
Yeah.
But if you are continuous in the journey, then you will achieve what you want.
Yeah.
But then that continuousness, you need to you need to build up here.
Yeah.
Because if here you are weak, after you are lost.
You're sitting there with the chocolate in the dark.
Yeah, I had moments, but everyone has moments, you know, when you are like, okay, now I'm leaving and I will eat that chocolate.
Yeah.
But you need to understand the balance, because everything it's basically with the balance. You can go 1 week like gym and doing your meal prep 100%. After that, you can allow yourself like a cheat meal, but after the cheat meal, you don't need to feel guilty that you have eaten that cheat meal, and after that, like, okay, doesn't matter, this day I will eat whatever, and you are putting all the calorie deficit back in your belly.
Yeah. I think that is very important, and I think a lot of people are, you know, fighting with that guilt, especially when they're trying to achieve certain goals that they set.
You eat a piece of chocolate, it's okay. That's it. You will continue next day, and you will continue that day, and you won't eat the half Tesco's out from chocolate.
Okay, next question from Canon is, did your weight loss change the way people treated you? If so, how did that affected you?
Yes, it changed, but not the closest people. The closest people to me, they were, you know, the same. The same with me. Either I'm 100 kg, either I'm 70 kg.
Yeah.
So that one, it stays the same. But who didn't know me, you know, before.
Yeah.
Or they know me just like, you know, I don't know, we met, but we never speak. They were changing a lot.
Really?
About, yeah.
The way they treated you, or the way they spoke with you?
How they treated me, how they acted when we met, you know. So this is human, and I need to, I get it. I get it that, you know, you won't speak, or I don't know. I never was like this because I was into the situation.
Yeah.
Like I was that, but with the same, you know, inner,
Same
all of it, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm the other Ivett who is like, okay, not like, I'm not skinny, but I cannot tell that I'm like 100 kg again. So yes. That's a really interesting question, actually, and it was really interesting to live it. Let's say
live it. How did that made you feel?
So basically, people are treating you differently, and you can feel their vibe when you are basically buying an ice cream, and they are looking at you differently, and you can read on their face that they are thinking like, why are you buying that ice cream? Because you are already fat.
Right.
So yes, for this question is an absolutely yes, my answer.
That is mean. I really pray that we're gonna outgrow this type of mindset and mentality of, you know, judging people straight away, because we don't know what fights they're fighting inside, especially if you're not meeting the norms in any way. Even, you know, with your hair, somebody might pick you up just because, oh my God, you know, the blue or pink or red hair, you know what I mean? So I'm super happy that you came and shared so openly about everything. I truly appreciate it, and I feel honored to know you, you know, on a deeper level. And I've got a little gift for you.
Oh my goodness, no.
It's just something, you know, as a, you know, my gratitude for you taking time and coming and sharing your journey. I'm sure it's going to inspire, you know, many other new artists, or maybe somebody who's already been in the industry, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, she gone through so much, I can do that too, you know.
Thank you so much. I'm super thankful for the invitation, and I'm thankful for these questions, because you brought me out from my comfort zone basically. But I'm super happy that I could share my experience, and I could speak about my journey, because always it's a little reminder for me from where I'm started.
Yeah.
So I think today I will drive home like on my smile all the way smile on my face.